Hey guys, welcome back to another Scuderia car parts video. Today we're having a look at that, which is an F430 that we are installing not only a rear silencer on, we're also doing a Decat and we're doing the manifolds. So if we talk through each bit, the first bit is the rear muffler. Now the key with F430s is that when the valves open with the original exhaust, it's a direct exit. And what that means is it doesn't matter if the exhaust is the original or if it's from Novitec or Capristo or whatever it is. If you have a direct exit, they're all going to sound the same. So, you know, a lot of people will end up installing an aftermarket exhaust and then complaining that actually it doesn't really sound that different to the original exhaust. This is where the Capristo racing system comes in. So the Capristo racing system has no valves. It's constantly fed through a muffler. And what that means is that it constantly augments the way it sounds, and it actually ends up with a completely different exhaust tone. So, you know, a lot of people are a bit wary when I suggest, you know, oh, we should probably go for the non-valved one. They're often like, oh, but I'm not going to be able to control it. It will be too loud. It constantly goes through a muffler, so volume's not a problem, and it totally changes how the car sounds. So actually, in reality, it's the best solution. So we'll go over and I'll sort of walk you through a couple of the other things, because the manifolds are quite trick, and actually there's a bracket which is also really, really cool that comes with the Capristo exhaust. So let's go have a look. So what we'll do now is we'll actually have a look in the engine bay, and you know, one of the problems that these cars faced was that the engine will move around under load, and it can actually end up cracking the manifolds, and it's quite a regular problem. So Capristo's come up with a really clever solution to avoid that happening. So you can see in here, and I don't know how well you can see it, but if I point down there, you can see that it's mounted to the bodywork in quite a firm way. There's not really any movement, and what that means is that when the engine moves around, again, the stress can end up cracking the manifold sort of upstream of this. So Capristo actually have come up with a bracket here with a bit of suspension in it, and it allows the whole exhaust system to move around under load, and it actually prevents the system from cracking. So the next thing to talk about is the Decats and the manifolds, which this car's also having. So the Decat, what we're doing is we are removing the catalytic converters entirely, and obviously that will cause a check engine warning light, and we are going to deploy Capristo's Obd Wizard. So what that does, little black box, you just plug it into the OBD port, and it cancels that emissions warning light code. So a lot of people are like, oh, it's just, you know, does it just permanently turn off the check engine warning light? It doesn't. It literally just cancels that one emissions code that pertains to the cats. And then finally, because this customer is amazing, he's also opted to have the Capristo manifolds. So we now have a full Capristo system, manifolds, Decat with the OBD Wizard, and then the racing exhaust. So as always, what we'll do now is we will cut to a shot of the car before and then a shot of the car after. As always, if you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe for more. And we're really looking forward to hearing what you think about the exhaust in the comments below. So let us know. And here we go. Welcome back to the 430 and the completed article. Here is the really nicely branded 430 Racing Capristo back box with the sprung bracket kit that I was talking about earlier, which allows for the exhaust to move under load. In there, we've also got the manifolds with the heat shielding, and then in there, we've got the Decat pipes. This thing sounds utterly ridiculous, so let's go and have a listen to it.